Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschata Dishatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I hope all of you are doing very well. It's quite an interesting thing to note that although the coronavirus is raging all over the world, but hardly any devotees has been affected. And at times I actually it is a fact. This is Krishna's arrangement. Yes, Krishna came in the form of coronavirus. Just as Krishna comes in the form of death. So as death, Krishna comes like Mrittu Sarva Haraschaham. Krishna comes in various ways. And he came. And who can deal with him? There is no way to deal with it. No way to deal with Krishna. And we can see like the whole world has practically come to a standstill. And why not? Year after year after year, they are killing so many animals, especially cows. Millions of cows are being slaughtered just to satisfy their tongue. And now deal with it. Try to satisfy your tongue, and here you are. Those animals are coming back. And this coronavirus is the weapon of those animals. They are not going to fight with you with nuclear weapons. These enemies, our enemies that are created due to our karmic reactions, are today attacking the human beings. So the way you deal with others, they will get back to you the same way. So anyway, that is the world situation. And this is the time we should become more Krishna conscious. We have to take this opportunity to become more serious about our spiritual life. And I'm confident it's happening to everyone. At a time like this, you really become serious. And also one thing I'll say, that now that I said that, now devotees are not being affected, don't remain in that, don't take this understanding wrongly, that nothing will happen to us because I have taken shelter of Krishna. Things may happen to us. In this material nature, material things will happen to us, may happen to us. Yes, disease will come. We know that the material nature is a place of janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, disease. Disease will be there for all of us. We will be attacked with various diseases. And so eventually we all have to die. So that will happen. Let's not try to avoid that forever. With our intelligence, we try to avoid it. Yeah, okay. There's a possibility, like we're doing it now. We're not acting in an irrational or impractical or in an unintelligent way. We are using our intelligence. Yes, this virus is contagious, so don't go out to catch the virus or bring the virus into your home. So stay at home. Social distance. And it's everything is becoming, after all, this is forcing us to go to nature again. Roads don't have cars. The sky has become blue. No pollution in the atmosphere. Jamuna that was polluted is flowing like before. Just a few weeks, in just few weeks, the world situation has changed so much. So just accept this as Krishna's arrangement. And what is happening is, nobody could ever imagine. Like for ourselves, we could never imagine that temple will become closed. It never happened before. There has been crisis, there has been calamities, but temples were never closed. Rather, people came to the temple to take shelter of the Lord. But now the temples are closed. Not only temples, all the places of worship are closed. Mosques are closed, churches are closed, synagogues are closed. And which is unthinkable. Who could ever think that Jagannath Puri temple will be closed? Where every day hundreds of thousands of people used to go. They used to come from all over India. And now that temple is closed. Vatican, the seat of the Catholics, Christians. Vatican is empty, closed. Because this is what Krishna is. This is how Krishna is making the arrangements to take shelter of the holy name. Yes, we can't go to the temple, so what? In this age, the process for spiritual advancement is not worshipping the Lord in the temple. See the foresight of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so he knows. And the arrangements that he makes is perfect. So he could foresee that a situation will come like this. But his devotees are well prepared for that. Jaggai Sankirtana Prayir, Kalir Doshi Nidhe Rajan, Astihi Eko Mahan Guna. Chant the holy name. Okay, doesn't matter. There is pandemic, there is lockdown, there is curfew, we can't leave our home, and one can say one cannot go to the temple. It doesn't matter. Wherever you are, chant the holy name. Sthane sthitva shruti gatang. So sthane sthitva, wherever you are, just stay there and chant the holy name of the Lord. Krishna has prepared us for that already. So this is what we have to understand. Yes, depend upon the holy name. Depend upon the holy name. And we are, for a change, I think, everyone is getting to realize, at least the intelligent class of people are realizing, that the artificial life that they were living, was really miserable. They couldn't communicate with anybody. There was no family life. Husband is working, wife is working. Children are on their own, no affection, no love, no care and concern from the parents. Parents after a hard day's work come home and so tired. Somehow they just put something in their mouth and go to sleep. Often children don't even get to see the parents because the parents come home so late. They're already in bed. Is this human life? Even the animals don't live like that. Animals have their affection for their babies, for their children. Even the lion, the way the lioness takes care of her babies, the way the lion protects his family. Now, the kind of life that the animals can live, human beings are being deprived of that kind of life, and we call that civilization. It's good that this civilization has come to a standstill. Go back to nature, because the more we go back to nature, closer we'll come to Krishna. So it's better to go back to nature. The cities, just based on technological development, so-called advancement, and they're just depriving the human beings of their basic human rights. Anyway, so once we get going on this topic, but I think, we need to discuss all this. We need to become aware of this. If you're not aware of it, then you need to become aware of it. And if you're aware of it, then think about it, probe into it, and see what is happening is good for you or not. And you will see that whatever is happening is good for us individually and good for everyone collectively. Like human beings have been turned into a bunch of machines, robots. They're just working from morning till night just to maintain themselves. They're earning the money. Most of the people, what they earn, they spend through the month. To pay for their bills, all the money goes. So why live like that? If you're from the villages, go back to the villages. Sometimes devotees ask, we don't have enough time to chant my rounds. Why don't you have the time? Oh, I have to work from morning till night. How much do you earn? And how much do you spend? Is it you're saving something or you're having something extra? No, whatever I earn just goes to maintain myself and my family. How much you're paying when you are in the village for your rent? Nothing. How much you had to spend for your transport? Nothing. Practically nothing. How much you are spending for your food and other provisions? Very little. So here also, you're working from morning till night to earn the money to live, and there also you'll be staying there practically without working, but you have place to stay, you have food to eat, and you have everything that you need. So then, yes, you'll have at least 18 hours a day to chant your holy name. Chant the holy name. And we are seeing now, of course the crisis will be there because the system they have created is so based on money. That's the system they created, so-called modern civilization. Everything has become so expensive. Rent is so expensive. Food is so expensive. Everything is so expensive. Like I remember when I was young, what was the price of milk? 25 paisa a liter. 25 paisa a liter. And can you imagine what's the price of milk now? At least 50 rupees a liter. See what has happened. It happened in my lifetime. I have seen. Like I used to hear once the price of rice became 1 rupee a kilo. And everyone was talking, oh, rice has become so expensive. 1 rupee a kilo. And now, anyway, so this is the thing. Like everything has become so expensive that unless and until you submit yourself to the system, you won't be able to survive. Because you won't be able to pay for your rent, you won't be able to pay for your food. Therefore, you have to submit to the system. And in this way, the system has enslaved you. This system has made you a slave. And you know what Prabhupada would say about that? You have been made into a bunch of donkeys. Donkey. Please don't mind, I'm just quoting Srila Prabhupada. Why? Because donkey has plenty of grass to eat. But because he's a donkey, he thinks that unless he carries this all heavy burdens for his master, he won't get any grass to eat. Food is given by Krishna. Land is given by Krishna. Okay, you don't have to really work like this in the cities. Go to the villages. Plenty of land. I'm sure most of the people are coming from the villages because India is a village-centric country. Most of the people have some land, and you can see how much. Prabhupada used to say, if one has 2 bighas, say about 1 acre of land and 2 cows, he can maintain his family. Because in 2 bighas of land, he can actually grow enough food. And this is what self-sufficiency means. Of course, I will also admit that the system also started to cripple because there was some people who having so much land, and others became their day laborers because the land has been stolen from them. Rich people took the land and they became landlords. And others were their servants. They have to till the land and depending upon the mercy of the master. And finally I'll say, yes, these are the problems. And we know the solution. In single sentence, I'll say, the solution is Krishna consciousness. Lead your life with Krishna in the center. The world will become spiritual world. Although material, it will become spiritual because we have put Krishna in the center. People say that we believe in God and etc. Like American motto of the nation is, in God we trust. But do you really trust in God? How can you trust in God when you don't even know who He is? When you don't even know what He is doing for you? So why should you trust Him? It's just an empty slogan. But yes, we can tell you who is God. We can tell you what He is doing for us. We can tell you what happens when you surrender unto Him. So please do that. And you'll see how this trust in God is going to transform you into a personality who is completely transcendental to all the anxieties and sufferings of this material nature. And that is Vaikuntha, that is the spiritual world. Thank you all very much. So today I will try to finish the Ramayana Katha, and from tomorrow we'll go back to Uddhav Gita. So I could see that devotees were appreciating this Ram Katha. And it's good to hear about Lord Ramchandra, because by hearing about Ramchandra we can get to know who he is, what he can do. And we naturally develop our faith in him in order to surrender unto him. So Ram is having a battle with Ravan. Ravan is evil personified. All the bad qualities are there in Ravan. And all the good qualities are there in Lord Ram, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the source of all goodness. He is situated in transcendental goodness, Vishuddha Sattva. So there is a conflict between good and evil. And Ravan, and we are seeing how Ravan is losing. Although apparently from the material perspective he seems to be so powerful, so opulent. And Ramchandra, although a prince, but wandering in the forest, lost his right to be the ruler of the kingdom. And he has nothing, eating the fruits, wearing the tree bark, no dress to even wear, along with his wife, going through so much hardship. And who is his ally, who is his support? The monkeys. Monkeys. Those who do not even know how to even hold a weapon, what to speak of fight with a weapon. Whereas Ravan's army is so powerful. And not only that, not only they are endowed with most very, very powerful Rakshasas, but they have acquired a lot of mystic power, supernatural power, being blessed by Brahma and other demigods. And so powerful. And here are the monkeys, they're fighting. Can you imagine, these people today, there's a war between human beings headed by someone like Ravan, and on the other hand, they're fighting with the monkey. The monkeys are going to fight with them. These people, they have nuclear weapons, they have aeroplanes, jet fighters, missiles, and submarines, and ships, and tanks, and all kinds of things. And fighting with the monkeys. What would appear like? But the thing is, by the mercy of the Lord, what will happen? All their missiles, their aeroplanes, their everything will become totally ineffective. And eventually, because although they are monkeys, but they are empowered by the Lord, because they are siding with the Lord. Jatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Jatra Partha Dhanurdhara. So that is the real secret. Wherever the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees are together, victory is guaranteed. Opulence and wealth will be in abundance there. Shri Vijaya Dhriti and Mati. So these are the advantage of siding with the Lord. Doesn't matter whatever our situation is. Like we are seeing, what to speak of monkeys? A virus, coronavirus, so small that we have to see it with the most powerful microscopes. But see what it has done. Where is your nuclear weapons? Come. What will your nuclear weapons do now? Yes, nuclear weapons will fall on your own head and kill you. All these weapons that you have created, that will become the cause of your own destruction. But anyway, Krishna has some other plan. So Ramchandra used monkeys. Now Krishna is using coronavirus. And yes, a battle against human race. So advanced, but can't even deal with the virus. Anyway, so Kumbhakarna is dead. Such a powerful person. Brahma actually did not allow him to be awake. Brahma wanted to fall asleep, saying that your business is not now. Your business is to come at the time of annihilation, because you are meant for destruction. So the earth is not to be destroyed now. So you fall asleep. So Ravan begged to Brahma, please don't cut this tree in its growing stage. Allow it to grow, allow it to be alive. Then Brahma said, okay, one day, he will be awake just for one day every 6 months. And that's what, that one day that he used to be alive, he just used to plunder everything. That personality came to fight with Lord Ram. Who can stand up against Ram, no matter how powerful he may be? Kumbhakarna is dead. Ravan is lamenting. Then his 4 sons, Trishira, Narantak, Devantak, and Atikaya. They came and headed by Trishira. Father, don't worry, we'll go and destroy him, kill him. We have been specially empowered by Lord Brahma. And so they also came to fight. And Angad killed 2 of them, Narantak and Devantak. No, I'm sorry, Angad killed Narantak. And Hanuman killed Devantak and Atika and Trishira. And Lakshman killed Atikaya. Atikaya was like Kumbhakarna. When Atikaya came to the battlefield, all the monkeys started to run out of fear, thinking that, oh, Kumbhakarna became alive again, and he came to fight because it looked as big as Kumbhakarna. But Lakshman killed him. Then again Ravan started to lament because of his loss. See, one after another he is losing everything. His generals, his sons, and everyone. Then now who is left? Indrajit, his dearest son, his eldest son, and so powerful. He already defeated Ram and Lakshman fighting, becoming invisible. And so Indrajit came to a battle. And he was defeated by Hanuman. So he retreated, but this time he came back again, carrying Sita on his chariot, Maya Sita. And he came in front of Hanuman and said, "Here is your Sita." And started to beat her up. Hanuman was burning with fury, but couldn't do anything. And then Indrajit says, "See what I do, what I'm going to do." He took his sword and cut her body diagonally. She fell bleeding all over. Hanuman just went and reported to Ram. So then Ram started to lament, "Oh, Sita has been killed, so what's the use of fighting anymore? The purpose of our fight was to rescue her, now that she is dead." And when he was lamenting in this way, Bibhishan came and told him, "Ram, there is no way Ravan would allow Sita to be slaughtered like that. Ravan is too attached to let anyone kill Sita. Ravan is too attached to Sita." So this way you can see what a benediction it was to have Bibhishan on their side. Like it's a perfect drama. Like Bibhishan, Ravan's brother, is with them. And then Bibhishan told Ram that as long as Indrajit is alive, you cannot kill Ravan. Because Indrajit is practically invincible. Nobody can defeat him. And he performs this yajna, Nikumbhila, and then he acquires the power to remain invisible and fight from remaining invisible. So the only way he can be killed is before he completes the yajna, Nikumbhila yajna. So Ram then said, "Okay, Lakshman, you go with Bibhishan and Hanuman and with the other monkeys and take care of him." So Bibhishan brought Lakshman and others to that area where Indrajit performs this yajna. And a terrible fight ensued between Lakshman and Indrajit. And then finally, Lakshman killed Indrajit. There is one incident in another Puran that actually described that only Lakshman could kill Indrajit. When Ramchandra went back to Ajodhya, when he went back to Ajodhya, everyone was glorifying Ram. And at that time, Agastya Muni said, "No, actual credit for killing Ravan goes to Lakshman." So everyone was surprised. Why? Ram killed Ravan. And he also said that as long as Indrajit was alive, nobody could kill Ravan. And only Lakshman could kill Indrajit because Indrajit had the condition or benediction that whoever has been a brahmachari for 14 years and did not eat anything for 14 years would be able to kill Indrajit. No one else would be able to kill. Only in the hand of such a person he would be killed. 14 years brahmachari and 14 years anahari, not eating anything. So then Ram, just at Pastimes again, Ram said, but Sita was with us. A brahmachari, a true brahmachari, doesn't even look at a woman. So how can you say that he was a brahmachari for 14 years? We are in the forest for 14 years, that's true. But Sita was with us. Then Agastya Muni told Ram, why didn't you ask Lakshman? So Lakshman said, yes, Sita was there, but I never looked at her face. I always looked at her feet. Then Ram remembered, yeah, that's true, because when the monkeys displayed the ornaments of Sita, the only thing that you could recognize was her ankle bells. And because you didn't see anything other than her feet and the ornament there in her feet. But anahari, not eating anything for 14 years, I used to give you fruit every day. So how can you say that you are anahari, not eaten anything? Lakshman said, yes, when you gave me the fruit, you said take it, but you never asked me to eat it. So I didn't eat it. I gave the fruit back into the forest. And then Ramchandra told Hanuman, since those fruits got the touch of Lakshman, they have become imperishable. So their fruits must be there in the forest. So can you just go and bring all those fruits? So all the fruits were brought and it's counted. 5 fruits were short. So Ram said then, so for 5 days then you ate fruits. And Lakshman said, no, those 5 days you forgot to give me the fruits. The day you got the news of my father's death, the day Sita was kidnapped, the day I was struck by Shakti, the day Sita went for Agni Pariksha. So, and the 5th one I'm forgetting. So he said, the 5 days you forgot to give me the fruits. Then Ramchandra said, as a younger brother, you had to undergo so much difficulties for my sake. In my next pastimes, you will become my elder brother, not a younger brother. And that's why in the next pastimes, in Krishna's pastimes, Lakshman came as Balaram. So this is how Lakshman only could kill Indrajit. And when Ravan got the news that Indrajit is dead, he became so angry. First he became so distressed, he practically fainted. He did faint actually, upon getting the news. But when he got back his senses, in anger he said, what Indrajit didn't do, that Maya Sita, didn't cut the real Sita, he cut the Maya Sita. That's what I'm going to do in reality. So he just ran towards Ashoka forest. And seeing him coming, Sita became worried. She realized that he is coming to kill her. Mandadari tried to stop Ravan. Ravan didn't listen. But Ravan had a minister, Suparsha, who was very noble and honest. So Suparsha actually prevented Ravan. He said that, look, all these years, all these days, you are simply trying to enjoy this woman. And you have gone through so much. So why give up this possibility of enjoying her? Tomorrow is the new moon, Amavasya. And that time will be very favorable for you to win the battle. Taking advantage of that good time, auspicious time for you, you defeat Ram and then you enjoy this woman to your heart's content. So Ravan liked the proposal, so he came to fight the next day. He came on a chariot fighting, and when at that time when Indra saw that Ravan is fighting from a chariot and Ram doesn't have a chariot, so he sent his chariot. So his chariot driver Matali came with the chariot and proposed to Lord Ram that Indra sent the chariot and he should use that. And this chariot was equipped with all the celestial weapons. And then Ram got into the chariot and the fight ensued. And after a terrible fight for a long, long time, Ram couldn't defeat Ravan, Ravan couldn't defeat Ram, it was just going on and on. At that time, Agastya Muni told Ram that, remember the mantra he gave you, Aditya Hridaya mantra, remember that. And this will enable you to defeat your enemy. And then Ram meditated on the mantra, and then Vayu came and told him that use the Brahmastra. So Ram just placed the Brahmastra on his bow and released it. Brahmastra penetrated Ravan's heart. It was said that there was nectar in Ravan's heart. That's what made him immortal. But Brahmastra actually dried out that nectar and Ravan fell dead. Bibhishan was so heartbroken at the death, and he was crying and repenting. And then Ram made Bibhishan the king of Lanka, and Sita was brought to Ram. And when Sita came, Ram considered that people will have concern that Sita had been in Ravan's custody for so long. So they will have doubts about Sita's purity. So Ram decided to prove Sita's purity. He didn't say anything directly. When Sita was brought, Ram started to say that I can't accept you. You have been in the custody of this Rakshasa, and I do not know what has happened to you, so I can't accept you. Then Sita started to cry. He said, then why did you undergo so much trouble to rescue me? See, because you could have rejected me at that time, you could have told that because Ravan has stolen me, you are not going to accept me. Why didn't you tell? Even when you sent Hanuman, at that time you could have told him. He could have brought this message to me, that you are not going to accept me. Then all this trouble could have been avoided. And Sita said, now, since you rejected me, what's the use of my being alive? So she asked Lakshman to create a fire, a fire out of wood. Lakshman looked at Ram, and Ram told him, yes, go ahead. So a huge fire was lit, and Sita gracefully entered into the fire. Then Agni Dev, the fire god, came out and told Ram about not a streak of impurity could ever touch Sita. Sita is absolutely pure. Now this actually takes us to another anecdote. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was traveling in South India, he actually rescued Kurma Puran. And in Kurma Puran there was a description that actually when Ravan came to steal Sita, Sita took shelter of Agni. And Agni Dev took Sita, and in her place he kept a Maya Sita. So it's the Maya Sita that Ravan actually took. And now Maya Sita is disappearing and the real Sita is brought back to Ram. Shri Ram Chandra ki jai, Shri Hanuman ki jai, Pavan Putra Hanuman ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatta Deshatarine Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, like every evening, Bhakti Prem Maharaj is going to lead the Kirtan. Hare Krishna.
Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatto Deshotarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura सद्गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की। कलिजुग जुग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। कलिजुग पावन अवतरी श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की। अनंत कोटि गौर भक्तविंद की। सावित गौर भक्तविंद की। गौर प्रेमानंदे।